For me, the journey into Hinduism started from when I was a kid, because I was always doing pujas and chanting mantras, and growing up, it was part of me. So that's why I was able to easily get mantra chanting, but only after meeting Swamiji and having him give the deeper meaning. Because when he gives the deeper meaning, he gives it from his experience. He shares it like I have realized this as my reality. Understand, when he says things like Kalpavruksha or Kamadenu, these ideas of very larger, powerful cognitions, it is his reality and experience. And many of you who have been connected with Swamiji would have experienced these. It is just a matter of... Sorry, I have to plug the mic in. Let me plug the mic in. I didn't have it plugged in. I'm sorry. There. Nithyanandam. So I was saying that when Swamiji is cognizing Kalpavruksha and Kamadenu and all these is a reality for him. And whenever we ever manifest anything, as Swamiji says, we have that power to be able to manifest, then whenever we manifest, we will be able to realize that Kalpavruksha, Kalpataru, all these are also a reality for us. And therefore, our logic stretches. What puja does, actually, a few days ago, somebody asked me a question, that the people that come to my house are not able to understand when I worship some deity or worship some image or something. And they're not able to understand, and there's this saying, they might say it's just ridiculous, or it is just not worth worshipping an idol. So I had to break it down to explaining exactly the construct of the mindset that Hinduism is trying to introduce to you. A Hindu is a person who aligns the principles of his life. He tunes the principles of his life with the principles of the cosmos. That is what a Hindu is. So, whatever connection that you have felt with Swamiji, and you want to tap into that every day and see what he has to reveal to you every day, that is the purpose of doing puja every day. Swamiji said the other day that puja is basically a daily phone call with Sadashiva, and where you get to have a daily call with him and say hello and catch up. Who wouldn't want to have that call? Who wouldn't want to have that phone call with Sadashiva and say hello every day and say, how are you? It is just a daily reconnect. And the way you connect, the most beautiful thing is... I would go back to that story I was saying, that the person was asking, so how do I explain this to someone who does not understand idol worship, or does not understand this kind of worship of something physical? So then I just told her that, see, the society or the outside world gives you it really sets your limits of what you are capable of, what you can perceive, what you can comprehend, and from what end to what end. And that's kind of what we go back and forth with. The frequency at which we vibrate in the normal society is at a very small vibration. But when it comes to Hinduism, basically what that means is, you will be able to only understand that you are the body and mind. And it only works with that kind of a cognition, and goes back and forth with that. The world, society, or other religions also. But in Hinduism, it stretches that idea, because it clearly tells you, it is an introduction to you, that you are not just the body and mind. You are something more. You are consciousness. And there is an intelligence in the cosmos that exists, and you are in oneness with that. All these ideas stretch your logic. Logic is not just between your body and mind anymore, because the possibility of something more exists. And when you can fathom that and relish that, that will reveal itself to you. And I saw the difference between the way Hindus and rishis approached existence and the way the science or scientists nowadays approach existence. I'm not saying all scientists will do this way, but they will Many of them have a deep insight also. But when you observe something that is outside you, it is observed as something that is dumber than you, that you need to analyze, cut up, and be able to understand. But the way the rishis and the way the Hindu way of approaching existence is, it is intelligence. Cosmos is intelligence, and it can reveal itself to me. And in that revelation, I understand how it works. And that's exactly how everything that modern technology is able to create was being able to be created in Hinduism as well. And it is all there, and it's all present. Just because this is the shift in our cognition, that is, existence is intelligence, because existence is divine. So that is the way I said that you can cognize, or how you can understand the worship of the deity. And then yesterday, somebody in fact even asked me, see, I have a connection with the deity where I feel friendly with it. Like, I feel he's with me, he's God, so I feel God is there in me, he's in everybody I see, and I'm having a beautiful connection with him, and I'm able to drive the car, I have a conversation with him, he reveals beautiful things to me, and all these things happen. And I didn't disagree with him that it's something wrong. I said, yes, you do. But he said, I have a conflict with doing puja, because in doing puja, I'm not able to see the same kind of relationship that I want to maintain. I said, see, it is in your object that you want to be able to maintain a particular kind of connection. But you cannot say that puja will stop you from expanding and growing and expanding your relation and seeing what it can do. Basically, what I told him was, puja is a space where you just drop to an Upanishad, a listening, where you are just receiving and being as receptive as possible to what the cosmos wants to reveal itself at that time, the way it wants to reveal itself as well. In that listening, you are always ready to receive. It is that idea that is surrender, which is not surrendering that I know something. It's not surrender that just dropping something at his feet. It is an understanding that there is something that I don't know. There is an aspect of you that I don't know. And that is always mentioned inside. When you already describe the deities, we describe Shiva as having an unmanifest side as well. So we say there is an unknown part, and that part reveals itself to us slowly. It is in our deepest efforts that we should try to be, as much as we can, receptive and listening to what Sadashiva wants to reveal to us. And then we manifest powers. You understand, whenever anybody actually demonstrates a power, they always come back saying, Sadashiva revealed this to me. This is his revelation to me. This is what he's showing me now. Puja is a beautiful space where you can constantly be in the space of listening to what Sadashiva wants to tell you every day. And this is the same thing that happened in Bhagavad Gita when Arjuna was in the battlefield with Lord Krishna, and he's expressing his depression and saying, I cannot fight this war. It is not in my logic. Doesn't make sense to me. Krishna told him very clearly, Krishna knows that he is not in the listening mode. Only Arjuna, when he had declared, look, I don't know a lot. Only when it comes from that space of surrender that I am ready to listen. I am open for whatever input you want to give me, whatever you want to share with me. Only in that space, Sadashiva reveals himself. And that happened in a beautiful way last night itself. One man, he had received an Atmalinga, which is of the puja, for the Shiva puja that we do, we have an Atmalinga, and we do worship to that. For you guys who are getting the puja sets, we'll be receiving the Guru Paduka. They are small sandals or the footwear of the Guru himself. There's so many things that can be told about the greatness of why we worship those. It's very beautiful, actually. But but anyway, the man yesterday was telling me he had Atmalinga, and he had an accident where he just dropped it. And what happened was, he said, I saw a few dents on it. And he was very shaken about it last night itself. He's saying, oh, come on, I don't know. I feel like so bad. I dropped it. And he didn't say these, but I can tell in him he's feeling bad. And he's like, what can I do? What can I do? He's just asking me, what can I do? I said very clearly what I know. I said it can heal itself. The Atmalinga can heal itself. And all those things will start disappearing. That's what I know as a reality. He felt connected to that linga to the level where he says, yes, okay, if you can heal yourself, please do so. And he was in such a space of completion with that he was saying, I want to be complete with you. I want to take care of you such that I don't do this again. And in that mood of that caring that he carried for that linga, when he carried that, this morning he came and told me, I don't know how it happened, but 2 out of the 4 dents have disappeared. He saw 4 little bends on the linga. He said 2 out of 4 have disappeared. I said, when you decided to be in completion and just connected with the linga as something alive, as something real, as intelligent as I am, and more than me, that is what this is. Correct? So this is what this is. And when you cognized it that way and held it and just had that cognition, it responded to you. And when it responded to you, you saw it did what it wanted. It cured itself. Right? So that's exactly what the way you can connect with the puja set and Swamiji. So all of you, I know since all of you are joined here, that you all have some kind of a connection with Swamiji. Whether he's healed you or given you something that you want or had given you a profound experience. All of those are meant to be cherished during the puja. Those are meant to be remembered and celebrated as a possibility of his happening, because puja is an offering of gratitude and it's the sweetest way. You can say the bhakti really happens when you have that spark of gratitude. Devotion really happens when you have that spark of gratitude. Because in gratitude, you decide to remove all your opinions and your judgments and just say, thank you for what is. Thank you for what I have. Thank you for everything I have. And in that, all your nonsense you drop and just feel the love. And that is a beautiful way to spark devotion in you. Have that beautiful, immense gratitude for whatever Swamiji has given you. And connect with that. And then you know that you'll have more and more and more things to feel gratitude to. This is not a daily mechanical thing that you remember a few incidences now. You'll understand today's puja is going to be better than yesterday's puja. Today's puja is going to be one next level. You just want to be in that receptive space. Sadashiva, I'm sitting here in front of you. What is it that you want to reveal to me? Swamiji, I'm sitting here. Swamiji, tell me what I want to reveal. And being that listening. And that is the Guru. So the Guru is described in Agamas beautifully as Sadashiva himself happening in your life based off your calling. Because our souls mature to a space where they are ready to have the Guru in their lives. So if you have Swamiji in your life and you're ready to do Guru Puja, that means you have come to a space where you are ready to be in oneness with him, in communion with him. And ready to explore what does that mean? What can that give me? What more can it do? So that is I think you don't have to have this, it's not compulsory that you should do this puja every day, but try doing this puja and connecting in the way and then see. And there are not many rules about this that you need to be vegetarian or anything. Just do the puja. Just simply get to do the puja. So, how many of you are aware of Sanskrit chanting and mantra chanting? You've never learned this. Oh, you are? Okay, how many are? Just trying to see here. Oh. Yes, thank you. the origin of Sanskrit is actually a very beautiful depiction. It's born from the damaru, the drum of Sadashiva. Sadashiva carries in his hands a drum, and that is, Swamiji is explained in one of the satsangs, that's literally the parallel universe that oscillates, that creates a response. When you move here, a response happens in a parallel universe. When you change your cognition, cosmos will change it also. So this parallel universe, with this I concept, Sadashiva rattled it and created a sound. And that sound was recorded by one of, Swamiji called him as Panini. He was actually called as Swamiji said that he's not actually a being or a human that existed. He was a channel or a tube through which that sound was carried and delivered into particular letters or aksharas. It is said that rattling of the parallel universe created the aksharas of Sanskrit. The aksharas are the phonetics of Sanskrit. So that rattling created it. And that was the origins of the creations of all of the energies in the universe. That sound came in a very crude form. And from that crude form, this particular channel or tube, which is what Swamiji calls as Panini, who is also known in the Puranas as a Rishi, who wrote down the Sutra. Sutra is a direct instruction from Sadashiva himself, and in technique or in information given. That Sutra was called Maheshwara Sutra. And that Maheshwara Sutra had it's a very crude form of language. It has no meaning. It had syllables. It was just pure sound. What Panini did was he basically took it through he refined it, just like how you take crude oil and refine it into gasoline. The same way, he refined it into the letters of Sanskrit that we have. And because the origin is from the creation of the universe, then the sound, the Sanskrit letters have a deep connection with all the existence around us, all the creation around us. And the more and more you become aware of the breath, and from where you are chanting these mantras, the more you will be able to become sensitive to those energies that are there around us, the creation that is there around us. Your body actually, for many mantras, after just chanting the mantras, you'll be able to see your body becomes so porous and sensitive. Not in a negative way, but in a very blissful way of just being able to feel aware and alert of everything around you. And Sanskrit has that ability to do that. And especially if you, as Ma Shivarupa mentioned, if you chant it loudly. And it has to be chanted loudly from the navel. Every Sanskrit mantra has to be chanted from the navel.
Nithyanandam, I just want to say one thing. I see many of you kind of, not sitting straight. Others have completely disappeared and left us just a sofa to train into the mantras. Anything you do in Swamiji's presence with the context of Swamiji is a very powerful spiritual process. So just because Swamiji is not here physically doesn't mean that his energies are not very, very powerfully entangling with you right now. So treat this learning as a spiritual process. You see, you will simply experience Kundalini awakening. You will simply, what Raja Maharaj has been doing for so long, you will simply be able to connect to his space of Advaita. And without having to do all this chanting, that knowledge of chanting will get awakened in us when you're in Advaita with him. So this will be a very beautiful spiritual process where we receive beyond our logic. We receive and learn in a way, not just, okay, he says something, I cognize it, I practice it, and I say it. No. Swamiji says practice is a 4-letter word, doesn't he? So I want to remind all of you, please receive this beyond just your logical understanding. It's an energetic process. You can say this is an initiation in of itself. So listen with that love, with that attention, with that communion with Swamiji. Okay?
So yes, we can get started with the chanting itself so that you guys get a hands-on for puja, and when your puja sets come, that you can be ready to do puja itself. So please sit straight. Sit with your head, neck and spine in a straight line, and just become aware of your breathing. Inhale as deeply as possible. Exhale as deeply as possible. Let your shoulders rise and fall with your inhalation and exhalation. Okay, so now inhale, exhale as much as you can, inhale, and we are now going to chant the pranava, Om. This will help us really center and become aware of our breath and our space. So as loudly as possible, chant Om aloud. First inhale. Chant along with me. Inhale again. Inhale again. Scriptures say that this is also the origin of the cosmos, and especially when you chant it with this deep breath, you can understand how it is such a powerful mantra. And in every mantra begins with this Om. So now let us get into the first part of the puja that we do. The first part of the puja that we do is a declaration. See, the declaration is very important so that you can understand and cognize your reality, the cosmic reality, and how you are in oneness with that. And that is of the four declarations that we do, that is the basic context. The first declaration that is done in puja is a recognition that cosmic energy exists. You have to recognize that it exists and understand there is something there that is intelligence, and that is cosmic intelligence. So, I will tell you the declaration. If you agree to it, just say yes loudly. First, I authentically cognize, which is internally process, understand, and declare the truth. Cosmic energy exists. Say yes if you agree. Yes. You don't have to turn on your mic and say, it's fine. Just say yes to yourself. I don't need to know. Cosmos needs to know that you say yes. Okay? Then the second declaration is the declaration that cosmos and your cosmic energy can exist inside the deities, can exist inside Swamiji. Swamiji is the Chinmaya Vigraha, an embodiment and representation of that cosmic energy. So you cognize that the cosmic energy is a living, breathing, walking, talking deity, Swamiji. And also, if you have the puja set or puja items, the small linga, Shivalinga, or the padukas of Swamiji, all those are Chinmaya Vigrahas as well, embodiments and representations of cosmic energy. Hinduism is such a beautiful religion that it lets you stretch your logic to be able to fathom that the entire cosmos can be present in something so small. It's hard to wrap logic around that. That's why it's a nice exercise for it. But in that exercise, you'll realize you're tapping into your higher possibilities. So, let us make the second declaration. If you agree, just say yes loudly. I authentically cognize, which is internally process, understand, and declare the truth that Swamiji is the Chinmaya Vigraha, the embodiment and representation of that very cosmic energy. Yes. Now the third declaration is the declaration of what we're going to do now coming forward. We are going to do the puja. So through this puja, we are worshipping cosmic energy, the whole cosmos itself. So whenever what you're saying that whatever you offer in this puja will reach the cosmic source of energy directly. It'll reach cosmos. We worship through idols. That is the understanding here. We don't worship idols, we worship the ideals behind the idols. Especially when we cognize that cosmic energy exists in them. Or this is cosmic energy. That's the ideal. So through worshipping this, whatever prayers or whatever worship I offer will reach the cosmic source of energy directly. So I'll say the declaration. After that, you can say yes. I authentically cognize, which is internally process, understand, and declare the truth that whatever I offer in this Guru Puja to Swamiji will reach the cosmic source of energy directly. Yes. That's the third declaration. Now the fourth declaration, and this is the most sweetest one. It is cognizing the Upanishadic truth that you are in oneness with that cosmic energy. We have defined cosmic energy. We defined what we're going to do. But now we're cognizing what we are. And what we are is just a reflection, is just an extension, is the cosmic energy itself. And then we cognize that even when we worship it, we are Him. So that is what this is. That is the mantra, the Mahavakya, known as Sohamasmi. It's from one of the beautiful Upanishads. And Swamiji revealed a satsang on it very beautifully. So let us declare, I authentically cognize, which is internally process, understand, and declare the truth of Sohamasmi, that even when I worship, I am Him. Yes. Wonderful. This is the context of puja. So, next we get into the mantras themselves. The first mantra that we chant is a very common mantra that you'll find is chanted before every meeting any meeting that we do in Sangha. And that is called the Sadguru Vandanam. Let you know that when you chant this mantra, Swamiji is there. Cognize that He is there when you chant this mantra. And you will understand the power of being able to demand cosmos. See, there is a beautiful story. A boy named Prahalada. Prahalada believed Narayana or Lord Vishnu is everywhere, is there in him, and he's celebrating him and constantly chanting his name. But his father did not like this behavior. His father is a demon king who conquered all the worlds because of his boons. His boons were very unique, and he was able to conquer all the worlds. Then Prahlada, his father is not able to find one person, that he's not able to find Vishnu, and he's not able to conquer him. So Prahlada is always singing about him, but he's getting very agitated. He's singing about the guy that I am not able to conquer. So then many attempts to kill Prahlada happen. His father is literally sick of this kid, such that he just wants to dispose. He just doesn't want the kid. So he tells his guards to go kill him in different manners, to throw him off the cliff. When they throw him off the cliff, they come down from the cliff, he's sitting there at the bottom of the cliff. Then they throw him in a stampede of elephants. Rather than getting trampled, the kid somehow scares all the elephants and they run away in all directions. They put snakes on him, just frighten him. All the snakes become garlands, flower garlands. They give him poison. That's not working. He just held on to the name and the sentiment that Narayana is there, that he will take care. The way he was able to strongly hold on to that. When his father asked him, okay, where is your Narayana? Where is your Vishnu? He said, he's everywhere. I see him in everything. Then his father says, okay, I don't understand that. You tell me now, is he there in this pillar? Then Prahlada says, yes, he's there in the pillar. And the story says that as soon as he said, yes, he's in the pillar, Lord Narayana, who's in the plain of Vaikuntha, immediately gets up from his sesha, from his coiled serpent of a bed, and gets up and starts running. His wife Lakshmi is asking, where are you going? And Narayana says, look, Prahlada has said I'm in the pillar, I have to go be in the pillar now. And this is a beautiful way how you can literally make cosmos happen in front of you just by your intention and the space that you hold. The stories from the Puranas are meant for you to raise yourself. Everybody has sacred sentiments. You have your own sacred sentiments now of how you want to connect with the deities. The way puja is going to be a celebration is when you understand the sacred sentiments that I'm going to share with you, and you take them and you try to say, okay, let me test this. Let me adapt this. Let me try this out. He says that the cosmos is there in front of me. Let me cognize that and see what that does to me. Adapt these sacred sentiments, and you'll understand that that's the beautiful part. There's one time there's a story of Krishna, of where he's cured by the feet dust of one of his devotees. So when he's cured by the feet dust of one of his devotees, I saw one man walk into the temple here in Nithyanandeshwara Devasthanam here in Bidadi. And I saw him walk in, I saw him take his hands, literally rub them in the doormat and put it on his head. I'm like, what is he doing? It's really dirty. It's the floor mat. Then he told me that if the feet dust of the Lord, a feet dust of a devotee can cure the headache of Krishna, then imagine what it can do to me. So that sentiment he carried. See, like that he carried the sentiment. Stories and all these Puranic are not just for an entertainment. They're for entrainment. So that you can also adapt those same sentiments and saying, this is beautiful. How do I live by this? How do I want to make this my reality? You would have seen Swamiji even do this. Whenever you see him talk about temples or talk about his vision, you just say, it's beautiful. How do I make that a reality for myself? And how do I make that a reality for so many people? It's the same feeling. So, puja is this way of just being able to have a celebration of these sacred sentiments. You'll get to know a lot of them and share them with everyone. And as you go and explore more into Hinduism, you'll find out so many are there. There's so many there. What do I do? Just keep on listening and have that curiosity and just pick the sacred sentiments. Test one every day. It says the cosmos is there in this deity, is there in this. Then whatever I know as cosmos, let me cognize that is here. You start with what you know and be receptive, and then he will teach you what you don't know. So now we can get into the Sadguru Vandanam, which I said is what brings Swamiji's presence. In the Sadguru Vandanam, we say Nithyanandam Paramasukadam. We say Nithyanandam Paramasukadam. You can all repeat with me. Repeat after me twice. You don't have to unmute your mics, just do it on your own. Nithyanandam Paramasukadam Sukadam Paramasukadam. So this means that Swamiji, you are Nithyananda. Nithyananda literally means eternal bliss. You're always blissful. And then Paramasukadam. Paramasukadam means he's always in Sukham. It is a space of being absolutely happy and comfortable. Like how you feel comfortable when you're at home. But Swamiji is in a space where no matter where he is, he's at home. So that is the supreme happiness. Is not the ability to have a big house, but the idea that wherever I am at home. That is supreme happiness. And that is what Swamiji carries. If you see, wherever he is happy, he is blissful. He is celebrating. Paramasukadam Kevalam Jnanamurtim. He is the pure embodiment of knowledge. So you can repeat after me. Kevalam Jnanamurtim. Jnanamurti means embodiment of knowledge. So you can cognize just the supreme overflowing knowledge that Swamiji has. Next is Dvandvatitam Gagana Sadrisham. One minute left. Okay. So we have a minute left. Yes. I can wrap up the class. If it's okay, if we go for 5 more minutes, is that okay with everyone? Okay. Okay. So we got to the mantras a little late, but at least is everybody able to understand the context and everything? Yes. Is there any questions on what we have come to so far? You can unmute and ask. Okay? Everybody's in Bhava Samadhi. Okay. So we can continue. When will be the next class, ma?
Tomorrow.
Okay. Can continue tomorrow with the actual puja part. And is there a way we can send them a link to the puja?
Absolutely.
Huh? I can give the puja.
Yes.
Okay. Okay, then everybody, Nithyanandam. We'll see you again tomorrow.
Nithyanandam, everyone. So that was the introductory. So just a few housekeeping announcements. See, Swamiji always says the context is more important than anything.
Nithyanandam, everybody here on Facebook Live, thank you for watching. I think we're going to be doing live every day going forward for the people who always wanted to learn Guru Puja and practice Guru Puja and do Puja to the Guru. Swamiji has opened up this opportunity for anyone who wants to have to do Guru Puja to Swamiji and to learn Puja, because Puja is actually a very, very important part of Hinduism. That is literally where all of us can really be in communion with oneness. It's more than meditation, and even today, if you see the satsang, it's like even more than yoga, because Swamiji said in exactly what he said. I have to think. Does it? He says to be able to have insurance that your body will be okay, that you'll be having a good body, you maintain it with yoga. That is for this life. But for the brain, and to have a certifications and good spaces after life also, after you go to the next body, or after you die, after this body is dead, then for that, puja is important, and that means it's something very significant and very important. And Swamiji himself said that if he is not come out in public life, he said he will not be an author, he will not be an orator, he will not be anybody. He said he will be a pujari, a person sitting and doing puja. So if Swamiji is deciding that his place of best, he really cherishes, is being a pujari, then that's something that we ourselves should be at least be able to do, at least Shiva Puja. So, or at least Guru Puja. So anybody who's interested in learning Guru Puja and doing Guru Puja to Swamiji can email OOHH, the Office of His Holiness, OOHH at nithyananda.org, and email your interest in doing puja, and able to receive a puja kit. You will be able to receive a puja kit and join us in the everyday trainings and learn how to do puja yourself. Some of the puja kits have already been issued, and we're going to continue to issue more. And one of the things I really want to encourage many of the people here is that Hinduism is an avatar worshipping tradition. We believe in the worship of the avatars when they're in the body and after they've left the body as well. Meenakshi Devi, when she was alive, she was worshipped, and she's also worshipped now in Madurai. And Venkateshwara and Arunagiri Yogeshwara and Tiruvannamalai, all these deities, men or people or beings who lived and were worshipped as the avatar when they were alive, and now they're worshipped as their bodies carry cosmic energy. They're never burnt. The avatars' bodies are always buried and kept to hold cosmic energy. They're like cosmic capsules that hold energy for thousands of years to come, that hold the spiritual energy, positive energy of cosmos itself. The intense concentrated blessings of the universe are available when you go to these temples, and there you can have an understanding of that energy. So when they were in the body, they were worshipped, and when not in the body, they were also worshipped. But here we have the opportunity of the avatar being in the body, actually living, breathing, talking, walking. He is known as the Sachala Murti. Achala Murti means the deity that is immovable, that sits and gives the blessings. The Sachala Murti is the Murti that moves around and the one that we can worship. And that is our Swamiji. Swamiji is Sachala Murti. So we are opening the opportunity of Sachala Murti Seva, where anybody can worship the avatar, and there are traditional ways and different offerings that you can give Swamiji as this worship. And this is an expression of your gratitude. If you feel that Swamiji has shifted something in you, has given some profound experience. We've had people even come do this puja who've not even done any program or any inner awakening where they can have profound experiences of what Swamiji gave them. Just through a YouTube video, they came and did the puja, and they're able to just have a phenomenal experience of Swamiji, and at such a close and intimate level where you are physically sitting and worshipping at his feet. It's something that you should never miss, and something that you should always be ready to take this opportunity. So Swamiji is giving the opportunity to have people offer 6 different sevas. More information we'll be providing here, and I'll share the information here on my wall about what are these sevas and what you can offer. So with that, thank you all for joining the puja class, and tomorrow also we'll be having puja class for all those who want to learn how to do the Guru Puja at home. And also we'll be going live with the inner awakening sessions here for the Shiva Puja, for all those who have received Vishesha Diksha from Swamiji but want to catch up on the latest updated puja and how to do the puja quickly and authentically, or just want to get they want to get used to the mantras. So you can just join us there. We will be going live on Sarvagni Peetam for that those classes, and I will try to announce well ahead of time when those classes and sessions will be. Otherwise, every day morning you can join us on Pada Puja and watch Pada Puja done to Swamiji at 6 a.m. IST. All of us sit in a beautiful Rajya Sabha and do puja at the feet of Swamiji. It is the most intimate happening in the cosmos that's happening ever. And Swamiji said you should just observe the subtle breathing that happens when you do puja. The subtle prana that happens or occurs in your system is something that is so sweet. He even talked about how today he talked about how Sahasrara Amrita is burning sweetness, and you can really experience that when the sweetness for me, my experience of what that burning is that burning is simply just burns away all my incompletions. It burns away my resistances. It burns away that which I'm keeping in the way between me and communion with Swamiji. That sweetness just burns that away. And that is that burning feeling. It's amazing. And it's called Sahasrara Amrita. And I know many people will be having that feeling. And it's not something that you should neglect. It's something you need to celebrate every day. And it's something that's going to express itself through you and express itself in you in many different ways. So definitely take advantage of that. And yeah, it'll be after satsang. It'll be after satsang. I'm just seeing comments. Yes. If you have any questions, you can ask me now. Yes, so you're asking, Jessica, you're asking for a puja video of his new version of Guru Puja. Yes, we're working on that now. We have a team here. We're going to be filming that and recording it today. At least the mantras will be getting down. But until then, we'll be working with you guys on live 2A or live on Facebook. Okay, no more questions. Okay then, thank you all for joining, and I'll see you again tomorrow. Nithyanandam.